Headline: The Supreme Court will pronounce its order on the ban on women's entry into Sabarimala Temple in Kerala. The Supreme Court has been hearing a PIL challenging the ban on entry of women into the temple. The temple restricts women aged between 10 and 50 from taking the pilgrimage to Sabarimala. In January 2016, the court had questioned the ban, saying it was unconstitutional.
Very emotional issue, sensitive issue. And I am sure the matter, as it is sub judice, the Supreme Court in its wisdom will take all circumstances in mind and come out with a verdict which will be adhered to by everybody, and it would be judicious, and we hope everybody would welcome whatever decision is taken.
We will have to wait for the apex court's verdict. In what way it is going to be, we will have to wait, and whether the apex court will allow the entry of women, or apex court will say something else, we do not know.
We are for the upliftment of women in this country, and women in this country should not be discriminated on the gender basis. Whether it's any entry to any religious places or entry into parliament and assemblies, anywhere.
A very positive precedent already exists, because just last year we won the Haji Ali case. A healthy precedent already exists, so I think it's only a matter of time now when the Supreme Court will rule that women should be allowed full entry in the Sabarimala Temple also.
Sabarimala is a temple which has accepted all castes and all religions from time immemorial. More than 4 to 5 crore of devotees come there every year. 4 lakh plus women devotees also come to Sabarimala every year. So this is not a matter of discrimination, this is only a matter of differentiation. We hope such a shrine which has centuries and centuries of history and legacy, a positive legacy to show to the world, should not be tampered upon, and the personal right of Article 25 and 26 to Sabarimala and Swami Ayyappa should be protected.
Let's go across to my colleague Rickson joining us live for the latest. Rickson, it's a big day today where right to pray is concerned in the Supreme Court. Activists, women hoping that this will be a positive judgment.
Yeah, absolutely. Within minutes, decision will come from the Supreme Court whether the entry for young women is allowed to Sabarimala. Within minutes, the decision will come from the Supreme Court. The Kerala woman is eagerly waiting for that decision, because for the last many years there are many protests regarding this issue. Many women are given petitions to the Kerala government and also to Supreme Court regarding the entry for Sabarimala. But at this point of time, like Rahul Ishwar and all that such type of social activists are also in the forefront with the hindrance for this. So within minutes the decision will come from the Supreme Court whether this case is referred to constitutional bench or not.
Yes, and also, Rickson, at a time when we've seen the courts give a verdict in favor of women entry, you know, be it Shani Shignapur or be it the Haji Ali in Mumbai, one would say that there are very strong positive indications that the Supreme Court may just, you know, look at the favor of women going into the temple and worshipping, something that has been not allowed for decades and centuries. Perhaps it's time to be more progressive.
Yeah, absolutely. The women from the Kerala is raising this issue for the last many years. They are always raising this issue that they need, the young woman needed to enter into the Sabarimala temple, but there is no positive response. They didn't get from the Supreme Court or from the High Court now. And at this point of time, they are approaching the Supreme Court, and they hope that they will get a favorable decision from the Supreme Court to enter a young woman to the Sabarimala. But as I pointed out, that many politicians didn't respond to this issue because it's a religious issue. They didn't respond to this issue, and many social activists there is a type of mixed response that what we get from the society regarding this issue, and many of them are supporting for the entry to the Sabarimala temple, and everyone is eagerly waiting for the decision which comes from the Supreme Court within minutes.
Now, it's interesting you spoke about politics, Rickson. We see that how the previous government in the state of Kerala was not really in favor of allowing women, but the current regime in Kerala has a different point of view. So even politicians quite divided in their outlook on whether or not women should be allowed in Sabarimala.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said that the previous government didn't given any type of response into such religious issues, but the government had taken a different step in this regard, because 2 days before they had appointed a Dalit priest in a temple in Kerala, and they are taking a different step regarding the religious issues. So they are also supporting. That is what the response that we get from the left leaders. They are supporting this type of entry for the women in temple. So that's a kind of positive factor that we can see, and as I said that the many of the social activists is also there in the forefront with hindrance the entry for the young woman to Sabarimala, and the bench, the Supreme Court will today given the decision regarding this case is referred to a constitutional bench or not. The judgment is coming today. The decision will come today is that whether this entry for young woman to Sabarimala will refer to constitutional bench or not, and the activists who are supporting the entry will get a favorable support, positive support from the LDF government also.
All right, Rickson, we're going to leave it at that for the moment. Thanks very much for joining us. Of course, all eyes on what the Supreme Court will observe in a matter of minutes. But with that, let's